What if I told you that I have details about K-pop Demon Hunters Part 2 that you've never heard of? Sneak peeks into what the sequel will be about you would never expect. From a major death in the movie, to big reveals about things that happened in the past, to even Huntrix having to make a difficult choice. This is going to be intriguing to talk about. Like and subscribe because this is going to be a heart-wrenching episode. The first movie was all about accepting your flaws and how strength can come from being open with those you love. And it was a wonderful movie. But part 2 will do what I like to call digging deeper. Now that Rumi has accepted her demon side, how will that affect her life? Well, for one, maybe Guimma will finally be able to speak directly to her. Remember that she couldn't hear his voice in the first movie, but in this one, that will change. Guimma will be able to speak to her directly, and we can all agree on one thing: he will use that to his advantage. I think the question now is, will Rumi tell her friends about it or not? Do you think she would have learned from everything that happened in the first movie? In my opinion, she has definitely learned her lesson, but Guimma wouldn't let her. He would promise her answers to questions that she has always had, and that alone will make her keep quiet about hearing his voice. And when Guimma has been able to isolate you, you are officially done for. What's that biblical saying again? An idle mind is the devil's workshop. So yeah, Guimma will turn Rumi into his personal workshop, and he'll do it in such a manipulative way, mixing the truth with lies. For one, he would promise to reveal the truth about what happened to her mother and father, as well as who her real father was. We know Rumi can be a very curious cat. I just hope that she can land on her feet, because she will need to be able to sieve Guimma's lies from the truth. If not, things will not end well. But we already know that things will not end well for certain. So at first, he reveals who killed her mother and father. Do you want to guess who that is? Ding ding, it's Celine. That reveal alone will shatter Rumi. She will be filled with so many questions. And the fact that Celine won't be able to deny it when Rumi confronts her about it will just make everything worse. Guimma will capitalize on that. From earlier storyboards of the first movie that were never used, we know that Celine killed Rumi's mother by accident, although the how was never stated. Maybe when she tried cutting down Rumi's demon father, the mother got in the way, and Celine cut her down. I'm guessing that's how things went down, but Guimma wouldn't give such details. In his eyes, all Rumi needs to know is that Celine killed her parents. I'm guessing he will try to push her over the edge and make her evil, or at least control her. But hey, Rumi isn't that soft, so he will send her on a quest to retrieve something her mother and father hid. But in fact, that thing is just a demon-possessed object that was hidden in the human world. And when Rumi opens it, she will be possessed by the demon inside. This is the point where everything escalates from. At this point, Huntrix is trying to get their newest member, Sora. Rumi, who was really excited about Sora joining the group, will now be bitter about it. She will be rude to Sora and refuse to work with her. She even stays locked up in her room constantly. Meera will get exhausted with this behavior, of course, and try to come talk to her with Sora and Zoe. And to me, this will be the absolute best scene in the whole movie. Meera would barge into the room to see Rumi mumbling demon words, her eyes shining, her markings glowing. It's clear that Rumi has lost control. She attacks them with her sword, and Meera pulls her weapon. Rumi can't take all three girls, even though her demon powers give her an edge. The new girl, Sora, is a force to be reckoned with. Rumi's room is trashed because of the battle that happens, but when it's clear that she cannot win, she jumps off the balcony and the girls chase after her, but they lose her in the darkness. Things get a lot darker from here, because at this point, Rumi is a villain that they can't hurt. So how exactly will they bring her down? I guess you didn't see that coming, right? Rumi as the villain in the sequel. Like I said, this sequel is gonna be a whole different ballgame. Can you guess what will happen next though? Well, Guimma is playing the long game. He isn't just playing Rumi, he will also be trying to influence the lives of the other huntrix members, because he knows that if that Rumi can't defeat them alone, at this point, he will have to make sure that the girls lose all hope in Rumi, and the way he'll do that is by making sure she does something extreme. Do you know what that extreme will be? Haha, it'll be killing Celine. I think I'm more excited to see the battle with Celine because we know that woman is strong. She's a former demon hunter, so she's no joke. But Rumi is no joke either. Sure, she's young, but you can't deny that she is powerful. And that doesn't even include her demon powers, which I'm sure she has gotten a hang of now that she is possessed by a demon. It goes without saying that she takes Celine down, and that's where the drama starts. There will be a burial for Celine, and all the teammates will be there, except Rumi. And that alone will spark a lot of speculations. Why isn't Rumi present at Celine's burial? Celine was like a mother to her, so she should be there. Meanwhile, Meera's parents will come to the burial, under Guimma's influence, requesting that Meera comes home. And when Meera refuses, they try to drag her. And that's when she notices that her parents have been possessed. The demon threatens to kill her parents if she doesn't go home with them. Meera will go home because no matter the rift between her and her parents, that just leaves Zoe and Sora. With just the two of them making public appearances and the group not being able to perform since they aren't complete, a lot of people are going to start thinking that the group has fallen apart. And the fact that some people saw Meera's parents confronting her during Celine's burial, that will just add fuel to the flame. With just the two girls left, they will have to do what they can to make their group whole again. And the first thing they have to do is get Meera back. They'd have to perform some sort of exorcism on Meera's parents to remove the demons that have taken them hostage. I'm guessing it will be a very musical scene because the whole idea of K-pop demon hunters is healing the world through music. And that is exactly what will happen. They will exorcise Meera's parents with the power of their music and release Meera from the hold Guimma has on her through her parents. So with that now, they will go after Rumi. I think that will be one of the most beauty and gruesome scenes in the entire franchise. I'm thinking that the girls will be singing while they battle against Rumi. Rumi will be singing her villain-themed verses, while the Meera, Sora, and Zoe will be singing their songs of redemption and heroism. It will be one of the sweetest and most dramatic scenes in the entire movie. They will eventually pull out the demon inside her, and Guimma will try to control her so badly now. He's losing his hold over her, and he will do his best to keep his control over her. But that will be a problem that Rumi will have to solve on her own. This is where her strong will comes in. She will have to break free of her own accord. And I think during that scene, Guimma will get to sing a song of his own. I've always wondered what his singing voice would sound like, and I'm really curious what his song will be about. Will it be better than Your Idol by the Saja boys? I even imagines that he will have backup singers, maybe like a choir, to give the song a very soulful and scary vibe. All in all, I think part 2 will be bigger and better than the first movie, and I think it'll be interesting to see how strong the new member is. I want to know how big of an impact her presence will be in the new movie. Anyways, I guess we'll all have to wait till 2029. So yeah, we're going to have to see what happens. Anyways, that's everything I have for you guys today. Be sure to leave your thoughts and questions in the comments below, and I'll be sure to take a look at them. See you, my fellow hunters, till the next one.